Well, thank goodness for intro music. Otherwise, I'd be screwed. I'll tell you right. All right.
I didn't know that this much fun could be a whole lot of work.
And the fact that you just get to stand there and laugh at me and just go, he's struggling with technology
Talking to
right now.
yourself
All I got to do is smile and sound like I know what I'm talking about or something. Well, I guess you do. All right, Sarnia Sting fans, welcome live from the concourse here tonight. There's some fans right there. Wow, it's been quite a season so far for the Sarnia Sting. We're 4-1 right now. That last game, you and I had a couple of difference of opinions there, I think, But at the end of the day,
who was right in the end, Dave?
Well,
Seriously.
So anyway, we won.
Who was right in the end, Dave?
So we won 3-2. I thought I was fairly accurate. There were moments that I was really freaking nervous. Holy.
Yeah, I was nervous too.
And
I gotta say.
I won't say where I was, but I was out earlier today and talked to a Sting fan. And they always ask me, what do you think? I'm sure you get that too, right?
Oh, yeah, tons.
And I'm just like, they were talking about Maxie. And I'm like, am I the only one that sees it or what? That Jay Peckham, boy, he said it too. I'm like, yeah, I know, but we're 4-1. And I do want to see more from Maxie for sure.
100%.
The lineup for tonight is interesting. Everything is the same, sort of.
Sort of.
Have you looked at it?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I got back from work, went out.
I don't want to hear your excuses.
Had
I just want to know if
quick little soup and salad at Stokes Inland because they only just opened again.
Oh, yeah, right.
So tonight was their first.
Okay.
They were jammed to the rafters. It was crazy, but
our first three lines are the same, but now we've got McIntyre and Wainwright.
Okay.
And a question mark. We don't know who. It wasn't revealed yet there. And on defense, we've got Campbell and question mark. So Campbell's new in there. McIntyre's new in there with Wainwright. Who do you see filling in that question mark spot with, say, McIntyre and Wainwright?
Oh, man.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Be interesting to see.
I think it's hilarious they're putting up question marks.
Well,
but that's a good thing, though. I mean, there could be some.
It was a blank. It was a blank space on the list upstairs, so I just put question mark. But if I don't get it from the media, we don't know yet, right? So we'll see what happens there. So I think this says to me there's just a few changes maybe being had. Hi, how you doing? A few changes maybe being had there. That. And I think there's some adjustments out there that can always be made. For sure. What did you see the biggest strength, though, from the Owen Sound attack? Wow, that's a tough team to beat.
It is a tough team.
And Windsor's in the house tonight.
Another tough team.
And we beat them 2-1 last time.
Yep.
And they cleaned our clock preseason.
Sure they did.
So there's a little bit of something going on there already. What's going to happen?
Well, you know what? I just... It's hard to say because, I mean, we really honestly saw two different Sting teams almost come out in that last game against the Attack. We had the first period Sting that came out and look at you just messing it all up. We had the first period Sting guys come out and it was a decent period, and then second period was like, okay, everybody, forget everything you know about playing hockey.
Wow.
And
except that you tried to blame it on the refs.
Well, dude.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to bring that up.
Why you set me up like that?
The fan that I spoke to today had that. You had a fan on that one.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I don't know. I stay away from that.
It was tough, man. It was. Yeah. But, and then in the third period, we came back and
we did show up.
Frankly, we played a lot in their zone and we were, making the passes. We were doing the things that we needed to do to make something happen.
And obviously able to pull it off
because
we did. Final score there was 3-2.
I told you I was optimistic.
Yeah. Yeah, but you didn't say what I wanted you to say.
Oh, okay.
But you're allowed to have your own opinion, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Who do we want to talk about here? There's always some good plays to be had here. and some players that keep focusing on him. But there is Mast. You're not happy with him?
Well,
he did well for us for the last game.
see,
It's just never enough.
My issue, again, I don't know him personally. He might be the nicest guy in the world.
Well, it's got nothing to do with how you play.
No, absolutely right. But he's one of those guys that tends to be a bit unpredictable when it comes to a game because you never know
Unpredictable or not consistent enough?
a little bit of both,
Okay,
honestly,
all right, okay.
because, if you're going to find somebody out of position, he's one of the first people to do that.
Yeah.
He's a defenseman, but he plays an awful lot like a forward.
He crosses that line?
And sometimes he's a center. I mean, you just never know. And my problem with having a defenseman that plays too far forward, right, or tries to take over that forward role, is that now you've got a good forward who's, trained and skilled and experienced at being a forward, who's having to come back and
Yeah.
protect that blue line.
Used to being in that
as a
position, but
defenseman.
now you're over here.
And I'm like, that's not your.
It's like being president and now you're VP.
Well, yeah.
Or something. Yeah, I know you're.
Like a Supreme Court judge, and then, you're filling in for the president. Like,
something.
I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever. But I
But
mean,
he has
it's-
helped this team out here. But I know what you're saying. Like we're looking for perfection out here for the most part.
Sure.
I mean, at the end of the day, we want the defense to play defense and the forwards to play forward center. Everybody play your role.
Yeah.
We've been talking about that at every home game here now. And when we see them playing their role, that's when the shot clock's been up this year.
Yep.
Compared to previous couple of years.
Yep.
And the scores are showing we're 4-1. We beat a tough team like Owen Sound Attack, Kitchen. All of them have been pretty
Sure.
tough teams. And now it's Windsor again tonight.
Yep.
I asked your question post-game press conference last week. I did say, I didn't say your name. I didn't want them to know.
That's whatever.
But I did say, when you go into practice, you have your regular drills, and then are there specific things that you focus on a certain team? And they said, like, well, yeah, we're going to do this and that, but then, we watch the tapes of the other team, and then we pick out a couple of things, and that kind of gets added into it, which makes complete sense. But it's a fair question. Bigger question on top of that, though, I think, Jay, is what are those things?
Yeah,
if you can pick two.
yeah.
So if you could pick two out of Windsor, can you pick two out of Windsor what the Sarnia Sting needs to focus on
Yeah,
tonight?
for sure. I think the key thing with Windsor is that they are an aggressive team.
Yep.
Okay, and
That's come
they're
up.
going to come out and they are going to go strong and hard
Right out the gate.
and right out of the gate, and they're going to push us around and try to get us, into that,
Right.
poking the bear kind of
Yeah,
thing, So if we can keep our heads about us and and defend against that, I think that's a strong thing. That was one of the other things with Ryan is that I'd like to see him use his size a little bit more.
Okay.
In terms of that,
But stay out of the penalty box.
Well, actually, he doesn't tend to end up in the
No,
penalty
but
box.
I meant that in general.
But
'cause
in
that was
general,
really killing us
for sure.
last time. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, when you react to an aggressive team, you got to stay out of the box. You got to keep your head about you. It's that nuanced, finesse type game that's going to beat an aggressive hockey team.
The strategy there too is I play pool occasionally, billiards, or whatever.
Yep.
And sometimes it's like, oh, okay, I'm playing that guy. I know he's really good.
Yep.
I know he's a better player than me. But I
Yep.
still got to play him, so I got to go out there. And the strategy for me is I'm going to play more defensively here.
Yep.
Not leave them a
Little more
shot, that
snooker
sort of
style,
thing.
yep.
Right, I'm going to hook them, all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
But can we get away with that in hockey? That's tough to do, to go, okay, I'm going to just kind of let them lead the puck and then I'll jump in. Like, how do you play defensively in hockey? You can't let them have the shots.
Well, no, and the thing about playing defensively is you can't sit back and wait for things to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to make things happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's that split-second anticipation of something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I
Gotta
think
be able
that's
to
where
predict
we
a
got
lot too. In like that, right? In a moment.
And that's what will separate the guys that sort of have that natural hockey instinct, that know where to be on the ice.
Yeah.
You know, and that can predict, you know, how a play is going to come out, you know, or those kinds of things. You need that as well. And we've got a couple of guys that, you know, I think are really smart when it comes to that.
Well, I was going to say, kind of leading into my next thought there is, are we the team that can make those predictions quick enough against a team like Windsor?
Well, you know, we've got a pretty good record against Windsor.
Yeah.
Right
Not
now,
easily
in
achieved,
the regular
though.
season. No,
not easily achieved.
No, and I'm not saying that this is going to be an easy game.
Yeah.
You know, but if the chips fall right, and you know, we have our, you know, sort of aware guys, you know, the ice aware guys, out there doing their job. I'm optimistic.
Well, I have a prediction.
Yes.
I predict that Jay Peckham will be optimistic. That's what I can tell you about that.
Well, you know what? I like the way we're starting off this season.
I do too. Yeah, for sure.
And, you know, we're seeing, I think, one of the things that really impressed me about the Owen Sound game, and they're a tough team as well, was the pace of hockey in the first and third period was way up.
Well,
you know,
I said I was nervous in the first
speed,
3 minutes. You didn't seem to be, but when we got going, I was like, okay, yeah, here we go. Like the speed's going, we're moving, nobody's slowing down. Vertical pedal on the right, let's go.
Yeah, 100%.
So I that's got to happen again right out of the gate tonight
100%.
against Windsor. If we don't take on this first period tonight, Sarnia Sting is going to have a hard time coming out with the win.
Yeah, we got to drive the pace.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. I want to give a shout out to our friends at Cogeco. Tonight is Cogeco Ontario is supporting and sponsoring the game here tonight. Terry Doyle and our friend Barry Wright upstairs, always doing a great job of giving us the
100%.
play-by-play. You can watch online, of course, on Cogeco on Channel 6. Or if you want to step up your game, go to 700 HD is that you'll get high def.
We
don't have high def here. The internet's not fast enough.
I'm as high def
You're
as
high
you're
def.
gonna get.
We have high def. That's what. Look at that. I still even have my Lambton College.
Look at you go.
I forgot it was there.
Take a shower, man.
I did. I taught today, and the kids were like, "What's that, Mr. Burrows?" And I'm like, "Oh." They're like, "Oh, did you have a late
Burrows?"
Did they have a late? Yeah, it's the only time I get it.
Oh, nice.
They're like, "Oh, you got a tattoo? Did you have a late night?" Whatever. Anyway, all right, we're having a good time here, and we do expect good things from our Sarnia Sting tonight, as always. And post-game press conference, as always, after the game. Ask your questions if you want to post them here in advance. Get them in before Jay Peckham does, otherwise you won't get a word in edgewise.
Yep.
Sarnia Sting coming out on the ice, and we're ready to host the Windsor Spitfires, and we're expecting positive things as the Sting are currently 4-1 right now in their division. So, or winning, not
top
their division.
Of the
They're winning.
division.
They're right at the top there. Let's stay there.
Yeah, baby.
All right. I'm David Burrows with the Sarnia Sting, and my good friend Jay Peckham.
Go Sting, go!